This episode of Ange TV is brought to you by Tim Hortons, located at 3760 Boul des Sources in Dollard-Des-Ormeaux and 305 Rue Brunswick in Pointe-Claire, Quebec, Canada. Tim Hortons, always fresh, toujours frais.
What's up, guys? We are live! Welcome back to the Ange TV Show, guys. It is nice to see you. We are live today on a Thursday. We usually go live Tuesday. Today, guys, I have a very special guest waiting backstage. He is one of 4 owners of a men's self-care company, guys. It's actually a brand that you guys need to find out. Seriously, I've been seeing it all over Instagram. It's literally quality stuff, guys. For all you men out there, and even women that want to get your hubby or your friend or whoever you want to get a gift, guys, seriously, this is good quality stuff. But before we bring them on, guys, I have 2 things to tell you. Number 1, please answer the question at the top of the chat, which is, do you have holes in your underwears, guys? And also, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, share out this video with all your friends. Guys, backstage, I have one of the owners of ManMade Official, Mr. Anthony Ciavrella. How you doing, Ange? How you doing, buddy?
Well, thank you. Doing well. How about you, Ange?
I'm doing perfect. I can see that you're in an office. Is that the ManMade Official office?
It's the HQ, my friend. It's the headquarters. By the way, Ange, what a beautiful introduction, I have to say.
Thank you very much. I get that a lot there with the Ange clap. I get all how do you say, enthusiastic with it, with the startup. I get going good, So, but the burning question, Anthony, everybody wants to know, what exactly is ManMade Official?
So ManMade Official is our handle. Our actual brand is ManMade. It's a men self-care brand. Our staple product was the underwear for sure, but we have the boxer brief for sure, but we have 2 other products, a crew sock and a low-cut sock that's out, and we have some other products as well. But at the end of the day, ManMade is a brand that caters to men. We're all about providing men with the quality essentials they need without the BS that they don't. And the reason for our existence is really to support a man's wellness by strengthening their foundation. So anything we can do to help them, start their day better, keep them comfortable, keep them functional, it's what we try to do.
Awesome. And like I said, comfort is so important, guys. Like I've been complaining a lot about like underwears, my undershirts. Like there's so much I want to talk to you about today about like the quality, because that's what you guys like strive on, right? The quality. Brandon Santilli is in the building. He says, big shout out to Brandon Santilli for recommendation of ManMade Official. He is our producer. Thank you very much. Ryu Cat says, good morning. He's from Japan. He says, do you make robots? Because ManMade sound like robot company. Not yet, eh, Anthony?
Not yet. No robots yet. No robots yet. But good question.
That's a good question. And I really like the cap, by the way. That's the ManMade cap. Do you sell the caps?
So we don't sell the caps. So what happened was when we came out, the staple product being a black boxer brief, we knew that we were going to be on social media a lot, right? We were going to be able to like promote our own brand and really organically try to build momentum. Yeah. So we had to come out with something that we had on us that, symbolized us. And to mention earlier, when I said, to support a man's wellness by strengthening their foundation, if you see here, this asterisk, right, is supposed to be like a man and on a solid foundation.
Okay,
right? So
it's a good thing you told me, because I was trying to figure out what the logo meant.
Yeah, so the asterisk, there's always a deeper meaning to any asterisk that you see in any text, right? And then you have the symbolization of a man on a solid foundation. So that's what it really is. That's what the logo is all about.
Amazing. So that's the story behind the logo. But what's the story behind how it all started? The idea, like how you guys brainstormed everything. How did that begin? How was that born?
All right, so we're 4 friends, right? So we all knew each other for quite a while. I've known Robert since I was 5. I've known Philip since I was 15 or 16, and I've known Bertle since I was like first year of university. So we all were in finance. Bert was a CPA. I was a banker. Rob's a banker. Phil was a banker. And we all had like a pulse, or we always kept in touch. We always kept an understanding of where we were in our life. You know, may it be personal, may it be financial. We always kept each other accountable, and we always had that bond.
Okay.
So what happened is that, you know, we left the financial industry, and we decided to say we want to build a brand. We want to build a brand. We want to build legacy. We want to build something with purpose. So we said, okay, what can we do? The best thing to do is lock ourselves up in a room or a house or a chalet or a cottage, as they say in English. And we did that, and we rented one, right, for a few days. We brought the whiteboards, we brought the laptops, we brought everything we could think of to the chalet, and we brainstormed like hell. We watched YouTube videos of other brands, of how they started, brands like MVMT, Dollar Shave Club, Native, a bunch of different direct-to-consumer brands that started from just like us, right, from their house, and how they did it, and what was their methods, and what type of marketing was used, and we brainstormed, and we started to use our whiteboard, right? So, all right, here's some ideas, and we had some good ones, we had some bad ones, we had some mediocre ones, but the problem, again, it was funny because who was adjusting himself, who wasn't wearing any, and it was always a question of underwear. And I mean, you're sleeping with, you're going up north with your boys, and you're not partying, and there's no bachelor party involved, and there's nothing that, we paid attention to in the morning, who's in their underwear, who's making a breakfast, who's going to the washroom, brush their teeth. So we're like, what kind of underwear do you guys wear, and why? And then we're like, well, I like the boxer, brief. And we came to the conclusion that there wasn't anything that we liked, and there was a huge issue with it. So we said, okay, let's go with this idea, and we ran with it. So we came back to Montreal, and we just started doing our research, man. We researched from, who we want, who was our audience, who was our ideal customer. We researched the color of underwear, the type of underwear that most men use. We surveyed over 3,000 or 4,000,
Unbelievable.
4,000 men, wow. Right? We went on SurveyMonkey. We surveyed a bunch of men. We got a professional questionnaire done so that it's not biased in any way.
Absolutely.
And we gathered all this data, right?
So you did your homework, right?
Yes, we did our homework for sure. And after doing that homework, we said, okay, let's build this brand from the bottom up. We know we want to design the underwear ourselves, and we want to do it from scratch. We don't want to just take something, slap our logo on it, call it a day. Yeah. So we didn't want to do it from scratch. So we started the design, but we didn't know anything when it came to schmata. It's the garment industry, fabric. So we had to do a lot of homework, and we did all that, and it took 10 months. And in between that time, we wanted to make sure that all the branding and the visible, non-visible elements and everything made sense, right, to the customer that we wanted to speak to. And that's how the origin story happened.
So I was gonna ask you, but you answered the question yourself. Your finance background played a big role in your success, your early on success, starting up the company. You did all the research, the looking out for what type of competition do we have. What are the sale prices we could have? Where could we sell? There's all that stuff you covered, which I like, because a lot of people, they just run into something without doing the research. No. You know what I mean?
If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. It's a big model that we use in this environment that we show up to every single day. And it's something that the reason why we chose ourselves as partners is because we know each other's characters. Yeah. The good and the bad. Right. And the one thing that was common amongst all of us is that we knew each other's strengths. So we didn't get in each other's way. It's like playing hockey, right? If you have a left winger, right winger, and you pass the puck to the guy to your left, you know that he's going to have the puck and you're going to expect it on your
chemistry.
Yeah. Right. The chemistry is there. And we knew that was essential. And with our backgrounds in finance, I mean, listen, it's like when they tell you when you go to school, maybe you don't learn a bunch of stuff, or maybe you do, but at the end of the day, you learn how to study. You learn how to
discipline.
Discipline. How to deadlines, how to do your research, and how to the hard work behind the actual what people see. And they say you weren't with me shooting in the gym. That song. That's the situation here, right? At the end of the day, before we launched August 30th, 2021, there was a whole year of work with zero revenue.
Absolutely. People need to realize that.
Yeah, late nights, a lot of late nights, and a lot of brainstorming, and a lot of conversation, and it took a lot of work to get to the point of launch.
But I'm sure you don't regret any of that, right?
Absolutely not. It was. I know that for sure. All four of us, we are the men we are today, and that we have the perspective that we have today because of that 12 months that we went through, and it's just the beginning. We know that we have the mountain still there. Yeah, long way to go. Exactly.
You recently sold 10,000 pairs, by the way. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a great milestone right there.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm just going to answer Ryo Cat's question. It's been hanging there a bit. He says, do you sell like weapon stuff for U.S. Army? Not yet, Rick.
No weapons.
It's not a weapon company, Rick. I guess it's a bit of a cultural difference. What do you say? Cultural appropriation?
Yeah.
No, guys, Ryo Cat, he's selling underwears, socks, soon to be like t-shirts, I believe.
Yeah, I have all that. I'll show you a little later, but
yeah, I want you to dissect this underwear. Like, tell me, like, what part is what it's made out of, the elastic, everything, bro.
Yeah. There's no issues there. I'll definitely go into detail with all of that. But back to Ryo Cat. No, we do not sell Ryo Cat. No, we do not sell any weapons. This could be a weapon, right? Yeah. It's when you have very good underwear and very good socks and t-shirts.
You use this bulletproof vest, that thing.
Yeah, exactly. You're lethal.
One thing I want to just comment on from what you were just saying is that you guys are 4 people, right? I say this all the time. When you're one person, obviously you're yourself. There's nobody to get in the way, whatever. When you're 2 partners, you can have different conflicting behaviors and what you want or whatever. Now, when you're 4, that like the odds of that working out when there's more than 2 partners, it's exponentially smaller, right? So, from what you were saying, that you have a great relationship, which you've known them for a long time. Do you think that's something that's going to it's going to solidify for a long time? You think you won't ever run into a problem with different ideologies and different directions?
So I would say foundationally, we're solid. Like, we have everything on a legal standpoint and everything on a financial standpoint in check. And I would say that when it comes to knowing each other, like I said earlier, we know each other's strengths and we know each other's weaknesses. We all have a purpose at the table. Okay. Phil takes care of a lot of the logistics, the operations, the fulfilling. He's a very build the blocks type of guy. Like, okay, this is like really scrambled, and let's say my head, how can you concise it that we can be as efficient as possible? Yeah. And he's just minded that way. And I've known this about Phil all my life.
And it's funny, actually, Phil, I don't know him personally, but I've seen him at Laurier because I went to Laurier. Yeah. He was the year older than me there, and he was a smart kid. So, like I believe in you guys. Like, like I said, I don't know you guys much, but I could see just by the marketing from what I've seen so far, like the time you put through it, the thinking. Because I have a brother that went to John Molson in commerce, and like you guys, you really know what you're doing. And you're committed. That's like a big word too.
But so like I said, like, we have Phil doing that. You have Rob, that's a lot on the data analytics, and when it comes to like finance costs, P&Ls, all the financial statements, P&Ls, balance sheets, like he makes sure that the boat is being steered in the right direction. You have Roberto, that's a CPA by profession, so he's very, very good with his numbers. We forecast. We're able to invest in things like inventory and marketing. Not blindly, right? That's a true blessing in a company like ours, right? So being, a big portion of our business and our spend is on marketing, and he keeps us in line. And he's also has a background in technology. So, our website is all custom built. We went with a CRM that is called BigCommerce, and BigCommerce CRM that allows you to build everything custom from the bottom up. So it's not like being with Shopify, for example. Not to talk bad about anything with Shopify, but that's a little bit more plug and play. Where with this, it's completely custom. We do have Rodrigo, who's our software engineer. He's been around with us since the beginning. He's a ninja when it comes to coding and all that. And I'll explain a little bit about the ManMade concierge tech service that he built from scratch in conjunction with Berto being his quarterback, explaining to him how it all has to come together. And then you have myself that takes care of a lot of like the strategic partnerships, that takes care of a lot of like the PR, right? The social media, the content creators, the influencers, and just brings everything all together.
That's what I wanted to talk about, like how you market. I've seen that you've gotten a lot of Montreal-based popular, I would say, influencers, social media figures, some even actresses, which is really interesting. It's important to get somebody that the people really like, that the people really enjoy to see, right? That they could connect with. They could say, "That's me." You know what I mean?
Exactly. Relatability. So your question is, how do we market our products, or why did we choose the specific influencers that we went with?
Yeah, exactly. So like, first of all, like, why do you choose those people, and then like in what ways? Like, one way is Instagram. What other ways do you use to market? Like billboards, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, being a direct-to-consumer, right, business, that means, you're buying straight from us. You're not going into any retailers or anything. For us, it's important that we are on all platforms, right? So you can see us on LinkedIn, you can see us on TikTok, you can see us on Instagram, Facebook. We choose all those platforms, and we all personally involve ourselves when it comes to making new content, keeping up to speed, telling the story of our progression. And we do use, we do double down on TikTok. I'm going to be honest. TikTok is a very underutilized platform.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. So it's, a lot of people think it's, young people doing dances, but at the end of the day, it's not. There's people that are
much bigger.
Yeah. There's people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s that are on TikTok, and I can attest that, especially lately, most of our customers are from TikTok, and not only are they from TikTok, they're between the ages of 35 and 65, right? And that's the beauty of TikTok, right? And outside of Canada, of course. Outside of Quebec, of course. Not only in Quebec.
I agree with you, Anthony. I don't want to cut you off or anything, but I'm saying like TikTok is one of those things that I was using for a while, but it was one of those time constrained things that I didn't really have time to, because I'm very active on social media. It's like, I use Instagram a lot to power YouTube, right? To advertise for YouTube. That's the basics of my Instagram account. However, I didn't really have the time anymore to post on TikTok, but I definitely should. Like, TikTok is incredible.
Yeah.
Just like, even if you put like a 10-second clip of what you do on, whether it's YouTube, wherever it is, it's incredible the amount of traffic you're going to get. That's where all the young people are. It seems to be where all the older people are too. I mean, we've seen Grandma Droniak at 85 years old. She has 5 million followers. Like, it's unbelievable.
It's not really. It's the followers for sure is how you keep score, but I think it's a platform where you're not getting content from your followers. You're getting content from your interests. Yeah. So, right, Instagram will throw you content that your followers first.
Yeah.
Right? Where TikTok, it doesn't matter if you're following or you're not following. It's what are you interested in? Yeah. You're interested in podcast, golf, the whatever it is. It's going to steer that towards you. Yeah. And listen, like 10 seconds, for sure. Sometimes all you need is 15 seconds to make a point. And sometimes, I'm guilty of this. Taking the long route to explain something isn't necessary. Sometimes 10 seconds is all you need.
Yeah. What major obstacles did you have, whether it be financial, whether it be legal? I don't know. What obstacles did you have early on, and maybe even now? Like, what gets in the way of, like, the success?
So there's certain things that we can't really talk about, let's say right now, but they're definitely going to be they're going to come out in the near future. Nothing detrimental or legal. It's just that there's certain things that we can't really speak about. But I would have to say, like, a lot of the obstacles was at the beginning, right? So don't forget, like, we manufacture out of Sri Lanka for the underwear. We manufacture from Taiwan for the socks, and the T-shirt also overseas. And my point is that when you first start a brand, it's nice to say, okay, let's do underwear. Okay. You don't know anything how to do a tech pack. You don't know how to design an underwear. You don't know what fabric you should be using. You don't know what manufacturer is going to take you seriously. Like, we're dealing with a manufacturer that also works with a Canadian brand called Aritzia, right? That's a big brand that is in Canada that has a lot of retail stores, and maybe like Calvin Klein, all these bigger brands are working with this manufacturer. Why would they trust 4 dudes from Montreal? How did that, it took a lot of work. If you want to hear about it, I can explain it. But the point is that was one of the big obstacles. Another obstacle I would say is COVID. There's a lot of restrictions when you with COVID, delays. We were supposed to launch in May of 2021. We ended up launching in August of 2021.
Absolutely.
Right. That was a huge blow.
And also, I like to tell people all the time, if you want to really grow what you're doing on social media, events is probably the best thing you could do. I have cards. I have Ange Collects, which is my second channel. I go to card shows and then I see little kids, they're laughing and it's Ange Collects, and they recognize me and everything. And then you're like, okay, here's one of my a little Ange pack here, take it. Then he gets Pokemon cards, all happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Events is the best thing. You have no idea. You're talking to a bunch of vendors. They're gonna follow you. You have no idea how you're mobilized, right?
Yeah.
And then if you go internationally, you go to Toronto, you go to the States, then it's even bigger with the network.
100%. And we didn't even start yet, so that obstacle was something that really gave us a blow. But the thing is that anything that comes in your way, you need to be able to overcome it. And if something's going to stop you, or you have the mentality of, oh, I'm dead, you're dead, right? You have to continue, try to find the way to try to get there. And the way that we did get there is very creative, and it's a pretty decent amount of time to explain the story. But we did, and we ended up getting 20 or 30 manufacturers, reach out to them, got a bunch of samples, tested different fabrics, saw what we liked, what we didn't like. We spent a bunch of money in R&D. We bought all the underwear you can think of in the world. We realized that modal fabric was top notch, and that's what we wanted to use. But we realized that modal fabric was being sold anywhere between $28 and $38 on the market, right? Yeah. So that's a different category, right? So you're okay, how can we make this cheaper, right? How can we make it cheaper? How cheap can we make it? And we realized functionality. Providing men with the quality essentials they need without the BS that they don't. No bells and whistles, no different colors, no different patterns. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, when you're at a certain age as a guy, at least we believe, and I think the proof is in the pudding, they just want to be fucking comfortable. That's it.
Exactly.
There's no fucking two ways
about it. This is something I wanted to ask you. You mentioned
Sorry,
modal.
I swear I just got excited.
No, don't worry about it. You can say whatever you want, man. It's YouTube. Okay. And like I said, it's not made for kids. But what's the difference between modal and cotton? You talked about modal. What is it, and what's the difference between modal and cotton?
All right. So modal is derived from a beech tree, right? Okay. So it's material, it's fabric that's derived from a beech tree. It's much more absorbent and much more breathable than cotton. The difference, cotton at the end of its day will become saggy, right? It won't keep its shape throughout the whole day. Where modal, being a 4-way stretch, will keep its shape the whole entire day. It's going to absorb everything you want it to in terms of being hygienic. So all the sweat and everything, it absorbs it perfectly, and it's more breathable. It just breathes really easy. It's as if you're not wearing anything. So not only is it derived from a beech tree, which makes it really good for you. Yeah. It's 5 times more breathable and more absorbent than cotton. It keeps its shape for the whole day. It's very performant. It washes well. It's just a high quality fabric. It's just the top of its class. So cotton is traditional. Nothing against cotton. Mine are for me, polyester. If you're not doing sports, it's just plain nasty to have that on from morning to night because it's derived from plastic. It's derived from plastic, right? So that's why it's so cheap. That's why it's so cheap, because it's not good. And then everything just stays swampy in there. The actual sweat stays between the fabric and your skin. It doesn't absorb. Yes, it'll stay in its place, probably more than a cotton underwear. Mm-hmm. That's why, let's say, the national team of Italy wears Puma during the game, but I can guarantee you, once they're done, they're taking it off and either putting, cotton, but because they're the Italian national team, they're probably wearing Madonna.
Yeah. Gianfranco says, God, I have holes all over my underwear.
Time to change them, Gianfranco. It's time to change them. Go on to our website, manmadebrand.com.
Guys, manmadebrand.com. Go get yourself some underwears, guys. Like your mom would say. You know when your mom says it's time to get new underwears?
Yeah.
Now's the time, guys. Get some underwears that are going to last, that are going to be comfortable. what's this chafing thing you were talking about? It's
chafing. So let me paint you a picture, okay? It's hot. You're walking. You're wearing your jeans or shorts, and you're walking, and you have thicker thighs, right? And
like
the thighs they rub.
They
and
rub.
and rub
Exactly.
and rub.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it gets really irritated and it hurts and it burns. That's chafing. And then back in the day, what you used to do, you take a shower, and then you maybe put some cream between your thighs.
Glacial base, yeah.
There we go. Well, this is going to avoid it because, the man sack covers the pouch proper, like your testicles proper, and then around here we have 5-inch inseam that covers the inside and stays where it has to be all day, the inside of your thighs. So when you're walking, guess what? It's not rubbing skin on skin. You're protected, right?
And it actually looks aesthetically nice. Like your ball sack is all put together. Like, you know what I mean?
See, a lot of brands, they use meshes and like all these crazy. Us, it's really simple, right? We're simple.
Yeah.
And for us, it's all about crotch comfort. So we do have a man sack, but it allows you to, when you sit down, you don't feel like it's all tight and bunched up. You feel like there's room for things to like be in its proper place and protect you from BSTL. Do you know what BSTL is?
No, what is that?
When your balls stick to your leg. BSTL.
My headset fell off my head.
Yeah, so that's another survey we received that we got back. A lot of men complained about chafing and BSTL. Those are two things. I wasn't BSTL. For me, it was the chafing because I have larger thighs, especially in the summer months. And that was the biggest thing that I hated, right? I hated that. And
I hate going around, like you said, like your underwears are like a thong, and then you have to go in the bathroom and then fix it. And it's like,
look,
it's like it just rolls up your underwear. Like,
when you mature as a man, right? When you mature as a man, you just want to be comfortable and you want to be able to have, like, there's no bullshit. Like, just give me what I want. Give me something good, and I'm happy. And that's what I think we've unlocked. Is we unlocked that we were able to produce a pair of like a boxer brief, and now our socks and the t-shirts, and the next product is outside of apparel, and I'll touch that a little later.
Wow.
But we were able to produce these products that there's a no bullshit approach. It's functional. It works well. It makes you feel good. It's amazing, and it's simple. It's simple. Right?
And you know what? I wish people could have the same feeling that they have for buying like a car or something like a collectible or a toy, whatever. I wish people could have the same feeling, and that's what you guys are trying to explain, that with clothes, right? Like something fits good, it looks good, you feel good, confidence, you know what I mean? Like, I think like just it's the allocation, like to say like I'm gonna keep this money to buy some nice clothes, some clothes that fits me good, that's comfortable, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but without the fancy brands and all like the noise and the bells and whistles, that's what we mean with the BS that men don't need. Is all that, right? As long as it's a clean and good garment. And like I was saying, when you're getting older as a man, you just want to be you want to be comfortable. You want to be comfortable, and you want it to be simple, and you want it to be functional. You want it to be like, why? There's a reason why we put the fly where it's at. You see that slit horizontally at the top?
Yeah.
Well, that slit right there, there's a reason why it's there. There's a reason why we went black on black. There's a reason why we went with this type of band. There's a reason why we went with this type of print in the inside of the underwear, because it doesn't irritate when you have that stupid tag.
Exactly, yeah.
Right? There's a reason why there's no seams on the side. When you're wearing a suit pant, you don't see the seam. When you're wearing a suit pant, it's a thinner pant.
You're like the Senior Terry of underwears.
And you don't see the seam. But what's the crazy thing is that we don't think ourselves as a fashion brand.
Yeah.
We are a function brand. Yeah. We're bankers. We're finance guys. We're guys like you. We're just passionate. We put our head down. We learned and mastered everything we needed to master to make a good product. And we said, you know what? Let's make it happen. And we made it happen. We're not fashion people. Like, for the last thing we are is fashion people, right? But we just wanted to make something that we would want to wear, right? And that we think if we would want to wear it, well, maybe there's other guys that did. And after selling out, the 10,000 pairs of boxer briefs, we looked at each other. We said, I think we're onto something. Let's make the investment.
Rocket said, are you the next Dollar Shave Club?
So we definitely hope that we are. Dollar Shave Club is a company that we look up to. And when we went up north with our origin story, we watched a lot of videos about the Dollar Shave Club, and they definitely developed and built a brand with Facebook. Early, I believe it's 2012 or 2014, early Facebook days where it was underutilized and a lot of underpriced attention on that platform.
Yeah. So you said that you're a direct seller, which means that they go on your website and they could order it directly, right?
Correct. So direct to consumer means we're not in any retail shops for the moment. We understand that eventually we're going to have to be into retail because we want to be as convenient as possible. But retail is a beast on its own. So we really want to focus on the retail side of things when we're ready and when we're going to do it, at the maximum capacity that we can. We don't just want to dip our toe in something.
Yeah.
So we're really focusing on building the brand on a direct to consumer. So what we did is we built our website. We made it super easy and clean so that when you're on our website, it's not really difficult and noisy to be able to shop around. But the other thing that we did is we built something called the ManMade concierge tech service.
Nice.
Remember earlier I said we have Rodrigo and Roberto that worked on it. So what we did is we built that not only for customer service, we also built it, right? We built it not for customer service, but if you like the product, guess what? You pick up your phone. Hey guys, can I get another 5 pairs of boxers and 2 pairs of crew socks? And then we say, sure. We confirm your shipping address. We confirm your payment information, and we ship it to your door. Just as easy as that, right? So we build a community. There's also like exclusive offers sometimes, right, on the concierge tech service that you can't find on the website. We did that last month. We offered something that was an exclusive bundle of 3 pairs of boxer briefs and 3 pairs of low-cut socks for $88. That is, you couldn't find it anywhere, and people loved it, right? Because you're using a service that we built. Direct to consumer is being as direct as possible to the consumer, and for us, that's what we want. Angela, I'm sorry, but I get passionate about this. When you
no problem.
When you ask somebody, when you're asking me about this, Angela, I have on my desk right now, I have all this right here, and these are lists. I do it paper. I'm old school, right? So I like to feel and touch and see how high the paper goes. That we've called almost at the beginning, almost all our clients. I must have called easily 600 to 700 people to ask them how they found out about us, what they like about the underwear, what they dislike about the underwear, if they do something different. And you'd be surprised. I would say 80%, if not 85% of people are willing to take at least 5 minutes to talk about it.
Interesting. Right? Most people, when you call them, I'm not interested, whatever,
No, but it's all about your approach, Ange. Remember earlier you said, what did you learn at the bank? I learned that no is just the first word before yes. I just made up that line. I hope I can keep it. But at the end, what I'm trying to say is you're always going to hear no, but you have to continue till you hear yes. And when we call people, it's not like, hey, hi, it's Anthony. It's genuine.
Yeah.
Hey, Ange, it's Ant, one of the co-founders at ManMade. We're a new brand, and it's important for us to have our ear to the ground. We want to know what you think of our brand and our product, because what you think matters.
Absolutely.
Right? Our community is building this brand with us.
Yeah.
We're not us against them. How we get? No, we want to help. That's what. When your main purpose is to help people first, nothing goes wrong because you're always doing things with the right intentions. Yeah. And I think that's the big deal. And we're very passionate about that. We always lead with that intention, that purpose. To support a man's wellness by strengthening his foundation since day one. And I think since then, it's been working. We see it, and men love it. We get reviews every day.
It's so important. On YouTube they say audience retention. In sales, I guess it's like customer retention. You know what I mean? So it's so important to communicate and ask them what do you like, what do you not like, what do you want to see change, what do you want me to add? You know what I mean? It's so important to get those comments for sure.
And it's not something that's super scalable. We cannot do this till the end of time. We also do handwritten notes. When you get
that's what I wanted to talk about. You send, and you know what? I was amazed by it. I have a lot of friends from my grade that they showed me what you wrote, that it was hilarious. I found it really hilarious, to be honest.
Yeah. So the handwritten notes, we don't do we do that because, like Robert says in one of his LinkedIn posts, he likes to see, who's buying. What type of buyer? How many times have they been back? And yes, we have these analytics that we can pull, and we're able to see these things for ourselves and look under the hood. But it's so important. It's so important that the first at least 1,000 customers that you have, that you kind of know them by their first name, type of thing.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
You know, they will make you or break you, and we are so thankful for our community and all the men and women out there that support us. You know, just to try it, and then when they tried it, because the product is amazing, they came back, and that what made us and gave us the motivation and the confidence to continue pushing forward.
Yeah. I want to ask you this question because you talked about retail, that it's getting there. I understand what you're saying, though, because I've seen a lot of times you have to be able to meet the demands of these big, huge retail giants, right?
Correct.
So I could only assume that it takes time.
Exactly.
I mean, you need the equipment, you need to mass produce this thing, right? So
Correct.
that's what has to happen. And obviously, there's going to be different challenges and everything. But how would an audition on Dragons Den, which you guys actually pitched on social media, how would that drastically change the course of the business?
So in many ways, first and foremost, to have an opportunity to speak on live television about your brand and to pitch to people that we've been watching since we were so young is such a privilege, and we'd be so thankful to do so. But it would change tremendously because we would be able to have certain mentorships, certain guidance, and certain opportunities to grow our team internally. Now, I don't want to go too much into detail what we'd be asking on the show. I want to keep that in case we do get on the show.
Yeah.
But definitely, I know you were steering towards the direction of retail. In 2022, it's really not in our sights to get into retail in 2022, but 2023, most probably. I don't want to promise anything. And yes, the demands on the retail definitely is capital intensive. But I would say even fundamentally, like I said earlier, you don't want to put yourself in two different. Like if we're gonna do retail, we want to go like the whole way into retail and have your online presence. But right now, we just want to be able to build the brand as direct to the consumer as possible and nurture the brand, massage the brand, grow it to a
show
point.
The personality, right?
Yes. Yeah. When you watch our socials, the last thing you'll see is polished.
Yeah.
When you look at our socials, it's authentic. You see the human being on the other side. It's us. Our ads that you see on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, it's my buddy Rob, it's me, it's Berto, it's Phil, that we're there. We're like, sorry, my light came on. That we're there and we're like, hey, guys, are you uncomfortable with your underwear? I'm one of the co-founders. Like, we're not hiring people like to do that, right? On our website, we did have to hire some models at the beginning simply because we wanted to portray a look and a feel when you get onto our website. But more and more, because a lot of people are being fascinated by our story, we would like to integrate ourselves even more than we are than when we started with. You see, the way we see it, it's like we gave birth to a baby. Yeah. Now this baby is going to grow. It becomes a baby, then it becomes, I believe, a toddler, and then an adolescent, and then an adult. You have to be at least an adolescent, in my opinion, about to reach the teenage years before you get into retail. So we have a certain number in mind we want to get to, direct to consumer, and then we'll talk about the retail stuff. But definitely going on Dragons Den will not only give us the brand awareness and the national brand awareness, which we're so privileged for, but we're going to be able to have the opportunity to pitch one of the greatest, some of the greatest entrepreneurs in North America. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous to do it. We're all a little nervous to do it, but we're definitely prepared. We're definitely prepared. We know our numbers. We know we're not going to go in there, thinking that we're over-evaluating. We're going to go there and humble and as in true Montreal fashion and make sure that we try to get a deal out of.
Is there anything we could do to kind of increase the chances of you being on the show?
Well, at the beginning when we first applied, right before the audition, we did do a video, right? And we did a video after for the audition. But that initial video, you know how it touched us? That I think it got close to 70,000 views.
I know. That was incredible.
It was shared across all of Montreal, some of Toronto as well. They flooded CBC. That they reposted CBC Dragons, then reposted us on their story. And then when they posted to apply and to mention in the comments a company that should apply, it was just flooded at ManMade.official, like completely. And we are super grateful for that. Yeah. Right. So humbled and so grateful. Like you don't have to do that. and people are doing that. So I feel like it's just good karma, and I my heart goes like
Exactly.
it goes up.
When you post something, to me, I look at it like it's a lottery ticket. Like, you post it, it could go really good, it could go really bad, but it's like there's always that chance that it's gonna get a very high reach. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a viral video.
Exactly.
Yeah, so definitely, like, viral videos can help tremendously. We had a couple go viral on TikTok. Unfortunately, we didn't capitalize as much as we should have because we were learning on the platform, and there was a lot of international people looking at our page, and we weren't open to the international market. Now we kind of are. In the US, we're open, and in Canada, we're open to take any sales. But what's my point? My point is that when you post something, you post with intent, and you just post. It doesn't have to be perfect. On TikTok, it's 4 posts a day. On Instagram, if you can try to do 2 or 3 a day, stories, use everything they give you. Those tools of stories, stickers, commenting,
Hashtags,
post the hashtags, reels, do them all. Like, use as many as you can. The platform loves it. And as a smaller brand and as somebody starting out, I think utilizing that these tools instead of demonizing. A lot of people, they're like, social media, garbage.
I know, there's a lot of people against it. And there's just something that I realized that we can't change.
Well, so it's because they have the wrong perception of it. It's because they have the wrong perception. They're probably following the wrong people.
Yeah, exactly.
Or there's something internal to them that it's not sitting well, and it's just eating up
exactly. Bad experiences.
Right, bad experiences. That's what it comes down to. But social media, if you do it properly, you do it right, which is just being authentic in yourself.
It's literally an asset. Yeah,
it's an asset, right? We don't have the budgets of Nike and Pepsi and Coca-Cola and all that. We don't have those budgets. We have us. We have the willing to want to grind and work.
Yeah.
And content is crucial for a direct to consumer business. So if we're not making content, we're not doing our job.
And another thing I want to add is that, like, it's not like you just come up with something that never existed before, it blows up, and then you have obviously a bunch of other companies trying to imitate it. But I'm saying, like something, for example, like underwears or socks, that's been around for ages, right? There's all kinds of different companies selling them. So that's what I'm trying to get, like, to show people is that, like, it's hard to put something out there that's already been there, right? It's very hard to do that. You know what I mean? Like, you have your own spice to it. You have your the quality, everything, but there's a lot of competition. Let's be very honest.
So it depends how you see it, right? The glass could be half full or half open. The way we kind of see it is that they've already paved the way for us, this competition, right? So when you look at brands, especially direct to consumer, there's a demand, right? There's a market for underwear. There's a market for socks qualities. There's people buying, and they're looking.
It's an essential. Let's be honest.
Exactly. There's people that want them, and how you can differentiate yourself is the whole game. And some people will be like, oh, why don't you do them in multiple colors? And it's because us being simple, right, is our thing, right? Us being efficient and functional is our thing. Us not giving too many options and making people dizzy when they go on there. So ever go on a website and you have to buy something and it's like, oh my God, I feel like I'm actually in the store for how much I want to leave this website because there's too many options. And every time you find something, they don't have it in black. Oh, they don't have it in this color. So the way we do it is that whenever you go on our site, you're going to find what you want, right? And it's going to be simple, easy, high quality, with no bullshit. That's Absolutely. It. That's our thing.
Yeah. Before I get into the new stuff, actually, I have a question for you. It's nice getting all the good feedback from your customers and everything. How do you deal with critics? Now, I don't know if you've had harsh critics or haters or.
Sure.
How do you guys deal with that type of feedback?
A customer is always 100% right.
Yeah.
All right. So perception is 100% reality. If somebody has got to the point of buying your product, it means they were, there was an interest. They went through the motions of your website, or there was some impression that was done on them, and they decided to take their credit card, punch it into the system, and buy your products. If there's a problem or there's a critic, our ears are really, really, really open, and we want to make sure that we gather that information so we keep pushing towards for perfection We understand that nothing is perfect, but the closer you get to perfection, or the closer you try to get to perfection, is what separates yourself from another brand that does what we do. So yeah, we love Critic. We're very blessed. We haven't received a whole lot of it, but it has happened. Sometimes there's certain things out of our control that happen that reflect bad on us. Maybe shipping, maybe whatever the case is, but it always falls on us. It's like a parent. Your kid might do something wrong, but it's the parent at the end of the day you have to point the finger at. So we see that, and our brand is our baby, and we take full we take full criticism.
Exactly. That's what it is. Nothing's perfect. Like I said, there's bumps in the roads. There's things out of your control. Like I used to be an eBay power seller, and let me tell you, people would come up with every single different version of excuses and all kinds of stuff to say, oh no, this has a little dent, it's like, anyways, it's part of having a business, put it that way.
Exactly. It's all about managing it. And for us, at the end of the day, when we look at our numbers and we look at our data, we have almost no returns. I handle a lot what comes out of customer service, right? I handle a lot of it. It's what I specialized when I was in finance as well, the customer. And at the end of the day, customers are always right, and their perception of you is their reality. So if their perception of you is that you didn't do something right, it's their reality. Now it's up to us to try to change that. I want to mention, we have a 100% customer satisfaction, right? We want 100%. We strive for 100%. For us, we have a fit and comfort guarantee. Example, you want to save the $7 shipping charge. Because if you buy one, there's a $7 shipping charge. You buy two, right? You buy two or three or four, whatever the amount you buy them, even if it's a bundle. You try the underwear, it doesn't fit right. You should have got another size. We have a guarantee where the opened pair you keep because we don't want to take back your dirty underwear.
Yeah.
But the unopened pairs, we send you a return label.
Okay.
You send them back to us, and we'll either replace them or fully refund you, right? Okay. Your purchase. And when I say replace them, I'm also replacing the one that didn't fit you right.
Yeah.
Because the way we see it is that once a man tries, or even a woman tries our underwear and likes it, they're a customer for life. We're trying to build a community. We're not trying to hit it and quit it. We're trying to build people.
I have a question about the women's one. I don't think, is it the exact same as men or no?
We don't have a women's underwear.
Because I saw women wear it. That's why.
So a lot of men, their biggest complaint is that their wives or their girlfriends are stealing it because they're too comfortable. The modal fabric is super comfortable. Yeah. It's super soft. It's really, really nice. Our biggest feedback, if you go on we have some Google reviews that you can skim through, is and even customers that I've spoken to, is that they say that they feel like they're being supported, yet they forget that they're even wearing any underwear at all.
Wow.
Right? And that's the biggest compliment you can tell an underwear manufacturer or an underwear company, or underwear being our staple product, because that's what you want. A good garment, you forget you're wearing it. Right?
So like I said, is there going to be a version, I don't know, like a women's, or maybe even lingerie,
So the one thing to building a brand that we want to build is we want to stay really focused, hyper focused, right? Yeah. So you can't be everything to everyone. Yeah, exactly. But you could be something to someone. Yeah. So we want to stay extremely, extremely focused.
Yeah. Alessandro Cardone is in the building. How are you, Alessandro? He says, "Hey, Anthony, I just got my package today. Holy shit, it feels amazing."
Okay, so that right there is the reason why we do what we fucking do. Yeah. Seeing that is worth the world, because when we were thank you, by the way, Alessandro, we love you. Thank you so much, brother. But when we see that, it brings me back to the times where we did have certain heated discussions, and we should do this or we should do that, and we sleepless nights, and trusting a manufacturer overseas, are they going to do it properly? There's money invested. And when we got the garment and we're starting to see that, all that was all worth it. Right? It was all worth it. Yeah. Right? The only time I can relate right? A little bit is when I lost like 60 or 70 pounds in my life, because at one point I was really, really overweight, and I dropped it. And all that work I put in the gym, all the pasta I had to give up, all the bread I had to give up, all the sweets I had to give up, all that pain brought me to that moment where when people would see me after like a year or two, oh my God, you lost so much. That feeling of like,
oh yeah, it's like,
right? So it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. Like we work so hard to try to make a quality garment for everything we do. And I'll show you, we have a t-shirt coming up, and we even have something outside of the apparel space, right? So outside of just apparel, like I said earlier, we're a men's self-care brand. So we're not stopping at underwear, t-shirts, and socks. Well, underwear, socks, and t-shirts. We want to do what we call the soap bar.
Okay, are people seeing this first, or what's the story?
This is the first time we've ever spoken about this, and it was a surprise for you, Ange. Is that the soap bar right here is something we've been working on for the past 6 or 7 months.
Let's put that full screen over there.
Here we go.
The soap bar, okay.
All right, so as you notice, anything that we do, you have the boxer brief, you have the crew, right? Okay. You have the low cuts. You have the t-shirt, you have the soap bar, and there's other things that we want to do because, like I said, we want to support a man's wellness by strengthening their foundation, right? So anything foundational that you use, it's got to be good for you, and it's got to make you feel good. That's two things that we strive for every single time. Yeah. Alessandro, another comment.
Don't you want to just go, like, honestly, I would have tears, like, reading those comments. That's just beautiful, man.
Dude, Alessandro, thank you so much. Can we take a screenshot of this? This is great. Here, let me take a picture. Let's take a selfie.
Oh, my God.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's amazing. Thank you, Alessandro. If you have, Alessandro, DM us on Instagram, buddy. I really appreciate that. It means the world. And thank you.
Yeah. So do you want to talk about the socks first, or the soap, or the t-shirt? It's up to you.
I'll give you a broad strokes of everything. I think I could do it all in one.
Okay, no problem. Because it's the last three things that I want to ask you. So let's take a look at the socks, because that's something in the summer, the low cut socks that people are talking about now.
Yeah. So like I said earlier, we want to be really simple, right? So right now the crew sock is the double bundle. So right now this is what we used to have up until a couple of days ago. But if you actually go on our website, and there's like a little hamburger on the left hand side, it's like 3 bars. If you click on the shop all, is the little Easter egg that we have. There's actually a hyperlink on the shop all, and the double bundle is still there, but for a limited time only, because soon we're going to be telling all our concierge tech service community that they'll have their last chance to swipe it. But anyway, the point is that we had a bundle. It was called the double. It was 2 pairs of underwear and 2 pairs of crew socks. You could pick any color of mix that you'd like. But right now we have the essential bundle, because there's warmer months ahead. The essential bundle is 2 pairs of boxer brief and 2 pairs of this low cut sock. The socks are both made of the same materials. We use 0 polyester. Polyester just traps heat, and it's not good for you all the full day. This is made of combed twisted cotton, high quality. It has a French terry interior, like a towel type-ish, where it absorbs your sweat. It's padded, it's super comfortable. If you guys golf, this is like the sock. We did a hybrid, right? It's a hybrid. Maybe the black one's a bit better to show you. We did a hybrid between the ankle sock and the no-show sock. When we did our surveys, a lot of men were saying that the no-show sock, which is the sock that you don't see, that it doesn't cover your ankle, it used to slip off, right? Okay. So it was nicer to wear with shorts or certain outfits or certain types of gear, but it just used to slip off. So they used to buy, what you get at Costco, the Adidas, the Fila ankle socks, but they're not aesthetically pleasing, and there was polyester in them. So they're not really good for you. So we said to ourselves, okay, let's make a cousin of both, the no-show and the ankle. So you have this curve here, which this part of the foot is being covered. Sorry, this part of the sock covers the front of the foot, so there's no irritation. and the cuppage at the back covers the heel perfectly, so they never slide off.
Yeah.
We placed a nice amount of grippers, high quality grippers in the back that really stick to your foot, and your foot doesn't chafe. It's, there's no polyester. It breathes. You have to try the socks. They're amazing. So 2 pairs of socks, low cuts, and 2 pairs of boxer briefs for $63. We never go on sale. You'll never see ManMade do $24 /
Wow.
whatever. We never do that. For us, it's the only value we'd bring is if we create a bundle. So we make socks with underwear, maybe one day soap and the t-shirt, but we'll never go on sale just a single.
Because to me, like a sale, when people do 80% off, to me it's like, oh, okay, it's been sitting there, nobody wants it, so here, take it at liquidation price.
Exactly.
That's not what you want to show to people.
Well, not only that. Look at the way we have we have four products.
Yeah.
We have 4 products, but they're good products. So for us, we don't have they're not going to expire. They're not going to go out of style. Black classic, white classic, they're always good. The quality is amazing. So they're eventually somebody's going to buy them. So we're never going to go on sale ever. And we don't like playing games, right? So we're not going to be like, wait for Christmas or wait for this holiday sale. With us, you go on our site, you find what you want at a fair price all the time. It's convenient. You can text us. We can ship it to your door. We want to provide the service and the quality that we would expect from a brand like this, right?
For sure.
So we always want to keep it
and another thing is that a lot of people, speaking about socks, first of all, obviously, people don't like the long socks in the summer or whatever. When I was growing up in high school, it's like you weren't cool if you had long socks. You needed those low cut socks. You remember?
Yeah.
Especially playing soccer. But one thing that I hated was when the socks go under your heel and it cuts the back of your foot. I hate that.
So that's what we have here. This right here, this piece, this little thing here, that's what it protects. And I'm actually wearing them, and you can see that you don't see them, right? Look at that, the pant. You don't see them. It covers nicely.
Yeah.
It covers nicely.
Wow.
But they're in the actual, and I can take off my shoe right here. See how I think that was pretty tight? They didn't come off.
Wow.
Right? They never come off. We've tested these.
So it's like you get the feeling of not wearing socks because when you like that feeling, and then it's like, but you actually do have the socks.
Correct. You understood. And you know what? All the materials in here absorb your sweat. So it's no smelly feet. None of this cottage cheese. It's done. That's
I hate that.
So when you go to someone's house and you take off your shoes because you want to be polite, you don't have to be embarrassed that your feet smell.
Yeah, absolutely.
We kind of try to think of everything. We try to say, how can we make something that
I'm telling you, you guys should have a class at John Molson. That's what you guys should.
You want to hear a little fun fact, Ange?
Yeah.
I did school. So I went to university, John Molson, and I always did it part-time, right? I worked full-time at the bank. I did all the the mutual fund licensing, all the stuff you need to do at the bank, and I moved up the ranks. But I was always in school finishing my undergrad. I actually have, I think, 5 classes left. I never finished. Yeah, I never finished.
Okay.
I never finished. Yeah, my partner's a CPA. They all finished, but I was so close. But I decided that the opportunity to do what I'm doing was now. So those extra 5 classes, I do intend one day to finish just to say. But I don't believe that school is the be all do all. I believe you can learn anything, right? You can learn. I'm sure you didn't learn how to do this thing on YouTube right now by going to school, right? You countless hours of research and trying to figure it out, asking the right people, and then you did it. So at the end of the day, anybody watching this, you don't need to be a genius. You just need to have a good work ethic. You need to plan. You need to surround yourself by good people. And just keep at it. Like, you never give up.
Yeah. Well, listen, the ManMade official story is just inspiring all around. Keep up the good work. You guys are doing incredible. And I'm sure there's just you guys, are you there every night at the office?
So we're all married, except for Phil. He's been in a serious relationship. He lives with his girlfriend, but he's going to be, they're going down that route. I don't want to speak for him. But the story is that we do work. We're here at the office every single day during working hours. It's actually in our shareholder agreement that we all have to show up. Like it's serious. We take it serious.
Wow.
We come here. Okay. It's at the end of the day, we work on a computer, right? But if we're not we're not breathing the same air and swimming in the same waters, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. So especially as a startup. So we always, come in here, we eat together, we do everything together. And we do pick one night a week, maybe two, where we work later, but we don't work in the business. We work on the business, right? What that means is a lot of high-level planning, anything that we could talk about, that we can't talk about during the day because it will take away from our day-to-day tasks. We talk about it at night. We make a list. We have a Google Sheet. We make a list of everything we want to cover, any major decisions that need to happen, and we discuss it on a late night, we call it. And we've been doing that for years now. We're very fortunate. We have very supportive, significant others. For sure, yeah. But at the end of the day, guys, like I don't want to. Like we were clear with our plan. It wasn't just like, okay, I want to start a business. Okay, baby, start a business. No, this is the plan. This is what we want to do. This is this is our investment. Yeah. We were concise, and we're very lucky. They all supported us. All four of them, and because of that, it allows us to really focus. On the business. Two of my partners, both Robert and Roberto, both have a kid, right? They have a little baby, right? So yeah, it's
like I said, you guys are all in right now, and it's like you want to be at your 100%. You want to. The time is now.
Yeah, we're balls deep, Ange, as they say.
So I just want to talk about the T-shirt and the soap before we finish the interview.
Yeah.
So the T-shirt, what's special about the T-shirt? Is there like some kind of fabric that we?
Yeah. So the T-shirt is, whenever we come out with something, it's always high quality. So we use what is called Pima cotton. It's the 1% best type of cotton you can get out there with a modal blend, like the underwear. Yeah. So Pima modal blend, right? It's super soft, super breathable. It's versatile, meaning you can wear this, lounging around at home, or you can wear it with a nice clean pair of jeans. And you can go out for dinner. You can go out during the day. It's super versatile. It's super soft. Mm-hmm. It feels really comfortable. It's pre-shrunk. So sometimes when you buy a T-shirt, after a couple of washes, it becomes like it shows your midriff. You know what I mean? It's too short. Yeah. This will always keep its shape. It's very high quality. It's super comfortable, breathable, absorbs all the sweat that you need, and it's killer. And it's super simplistic. So there's no logos. Besides a little. Just a little logo on the side, like something that looks like this. Oh.
That's a nice logo. Ross said I can hear it with my Nonna Maria. It's too funny, man. Exactly. Frank Jofo's in the building. What's up from Jofo in the ring? How are you? By the way, congratulations on 1,000 subscribers, Frank.
Congrats.
What's up, everyone? So that was a T-shirt. The last thing I want to see is the. By the way, how much is the T-shirt?
So we're floating around certain prices. I don't want to divulge any of the prices yet.
Okay.
But I can tell you one thing: it'll be priced with the same mindset and the same mindset and the same thoughtfulness of the boxer brief. We don't want to be permitted at one of the highest, but we're going to try to price it as low as we can with the quality that we received. Obviously, for us to produce this T-shirt costs a lot more than producing just a simple cotton T-shirt, right? Mm-hmm. So we need to price it where it makes sense, but it won't be astronomical. It's going to be very reasonable. And once again, once you try it, you'll understand why the quality is what it is and why it makes you feel the way it does.
Awesome. Okay, last thing, the soap. Explain me what the soap's about.
All right. So a lot of times, right, you buy soap, you're like, whatever, buy it at Costco or buy it wherever you get a value. And you wash yourself, but you don't realize what you're washing yourself with. 1. 2, it irritates your skin. 3, it doesn't make you smell nice. Or if it does, it lasts just for like 10 minutes and it's gone.
Yeah.
So this soap bar, right? This soap bar right here is going to have all the properties you're looking for. It's made with all good ingredients. It has no nasty ingredients in it, right? And it has a moisturizing functionality to it as well. So you want to wash yourself. It's made with good stuff. It's moisturizing for your skin. And guess what? It smells fantastic. You will never smell more clean or more fresh after washing yourself with this bar of soap right here. And I've been washing myself with this, using it for quite a while. I'm very particular when it comes to types of soaps. And we also thought to ourselves, we want it to smell, manly, but we also want it not to be overpowering, because if a man buys the soap and he lives with someone, we want that someone to maybe use that soap too. Right?
Ross said, what is your soap made of?
The ingredients are, I need another half an hour. No, I'm just kidding. No, the ingredients are all made with all natural, right? Obviously natural. It's all natural. But at the same time, to go into all the specifics, we would need another episode just to explain what every word means. It takes a lot of time.
So Anthony, I'm somebody that uses body wash, and it's for that reason. Like if you use a soap, it just doesn't last long. The smell, and it feels like it's like you barely even wash. So I'm using body wash now. So maybe that could change.
Yeah. So a lot of the body washes. A lot of the body washes that are out there are made with a lot of like not so good stuff with you.
Really?
And there's a lot of waste with the body wash. Right, so and a lot of it goes on the floor, and it just it's a lot of waste. And you're probably using a loofah, right? And those are, and that's not supposed to be used every shower. You're actually removing a lot of essential oils that your body needs in order to be healthy. So using a soap bar allows you to use what is needed, and it's actually the most natural way you can actually do it. Now, a lot of people are asking, well, when I go to the gym, what do I do? Guys, everybody needs to invest in a little case where you put your soap bar after you take a shower, and it solves the issue. Yes, it's going to be a little wet between it, but after it sits in your toiletry bag for, 2 hours, it'll dry up, right? Yeah. And our bar of soap will last a lot longer than those, the typical natural soaps.
And you could put it in your satchel, right? The soap.
Yeah, exactly.
Berto's in the building. He says, hey, what's up? Hey, Ross says, I can attract the bays with your soap. Is there a guarantee for that?
You definitely, 100%. Yeah. And you know what? When you attract the bays, and now the bays, they want to shower with you, they're actually going to use your soap as well, if you're into that.
I'm just curious. How, have you've tested this soap, right?
Yes.
How long does it last, before it starts to melt? When those soaps get so small and
start
breaking?
I've had my bar soap, I would say, over 3 weeks.
Okay.
3 weeks, yeah, which is great, which is phenomenal.
It comes in a pack of one, or
Yeah, it comes. We're probably thinking about doing it in a pack of 2.
Okay.
2-pack. Yeah, 2-pack.
Nice.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you don't know till you know. Yeah. Once you start saying, this is nice, and you start researching, like the underwear. A lot of people are like, I get my underwear. A pack of 4, it cost me $20 at Costco. Okay, then after the third time they hear Tony Marinaro talk about how it changed his life, they give it a shot. Then when they give it a shot, they're like, oh my God, where has this been all my life?
Yeah,
it's the same thing, right? It's because, oh my God, and then they're like, what is this quality wear? What is this modal? And then they punch it into the computer and they say, Google, show me what other modal boxer briefs there are out there, and they realize, oh my God, these are really well priced compared to the other ones. Well, that's what we're going for, because
so the ones that I have that are, I guess, polyester, like you were saying, or maybe cotton, why is it that they tear? They get thin and they tear. Could it be the heat in my shaft? Could it be the heat, or is it the washing machine?
Ange, you have to change it. So underwear lasts between 9 and 12 months. Every 9 to 12 months, you're supposed to change your underwear, even if there's no tears, because there's bacteria that lives within the actual fibers of the underwear that are just not good for you. So after 9 to 12 months, it's always nice to change and change the roster. Yeah. But yes, we want to stretch it as much as possible. So yes, the holes, they do get created because there's friction. Remember I said before, you're chafing, you have bigger thighs. Yeah. So when you're walking, there's this that's happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After maybe 20,000 times that or more, probably more, that you rub them, the material just starts to disintegrate. And if they're tearing, Ange, it's a good sign. You're probably wearing cotton, right? You're probably wearing cotton, because polyester, they last years. But plastic,
is that the white ones, like the granny panties there?
No. Those are called briefs.
Oh, okay.
And men like that because it keeps everything all nicely packaged.
Briefs, that's it. Now, what happened is that I got the wrong one. I like the Joe Boxer ones, like the square, you know. So I got the briefs, and I'm like,
no, you like the ones that are looser.
I got like the granny panty ones there, but it looks like I'm a male swimming model, you know. Like they're cut, you know, the ones that are cut like this.
Those are called briefs, and then the loose ones, those are called boxers, and ours are called boxer briefs.
Okay.
It's when you combine both. Actually, if you check our Instagram, ManMade.official, in one of our posts, we do carousels. And in those carousels, it explains the evolution of the men's underwear, which is pretty cool. Wow. And last but not least, on our website, there's something called the Gentleman's Club. The Gentleman's Club is a blog that we created to talk about subjects like this conversation that we're having. Most guys are very shy and maybe they don't want to talk about it. So these are outlets for you to read, educate, and it's really fun to read. And if you don't want to read 500, 800 words, we try to do it on a bite size on Instagram for you to like look at a carousel. And a lot of our marketing is, yes, cheeky, funny, relatability, but we also want a big part of it is education. You don't know what you don't know. So for us, we want to be able to provide that education. So you're like, oh, I didn't know that. And then you try it and then bang, it happens.
Yeah. Like I said, like I hope everybody is listening to what you're saying and realizing all this stuff. And by the way, Philip Santagata, your partner, he said, "What's up, Ange TV community?" He's in the building along with Berto. And who's the last
Robert.
Robert, that's it. Robert, he's out on a date tonight or what?
I'd be surprised. He's married with a kid, so he's probably home early mornings. He's trying to get a new gym regime. So Robert's trying to get to the gym in the morning at 6 a.m. And I think,
you know, the gyms, they all closed. Not that I was ever at a gym, but I'm just like, you know, the gyms are opening now, and now I'm finally starting to think about it, like, you know, to get into the routine, you know, because health, it's like, I don't know if you heard of Nally Augustine. Have you heard of her?
Yeah.
It was just so like, and she made a video saying like, you know, like with what I have and everything, it's like, I'd be so lucky to be in your position right now. And it's like, I can't believe that, you know, you're just there, like not caring, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I would give like the moon to be in your situation, you know what I mean? So take care of yourself, you know?
So that's gratitude, my friend. And you need to, in order for you to be happy, and I sound, so we have a social mentor. His name is Gary V.
Absolutely, me
Gary
too.
Vaynerchuk.
He's number
so
one.
The one thing that he preaches a lot, and it's so true, is just being thankful for what you have, always seeing things on a glass half full, and reminding yourself how lucky you and I are, and everybody on this podcast or this live, to be able to just be in the comfort of our own homes, watch this, enjoy it, digest it, you know, start a business, have a podcast, you know, you work, you help people in the hospital. Like, it's just, we're so lucky. So
feel great, you know, like.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You know, like I quit smoking cigarettes over a year now, and I'm so happy that I did, and I regret ever picking up the habit. So yeah, like, and that's the thing, Ange, and I want to tie it all in. You know, when you get older as a man or as a woman, you mature and you just want the best for yourself, because you realize that life is short, and you realize that there's no time for bullshit, and you need to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, no one will, right? So you need to, and at the same time, it ties into our wellness, right? It ties into what we do, it ties into what we do and how we do it.
Absolutely. Listen, Anthony, I want to give a round of applause. You guys have been all inspiring. You know, like I said, to leave your jobs, you guys had a good job, well-paying, whatever, to leave it, put it all on the side, put school on the side, and just say, we're going to do it. We believe in ourselves. It's going to happen. That's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know what I mean? And that's something Gary Vee talks about a lot.
Sure.
Just go out there and do it because you could. If you work hard every day, like you're not gonna make $1 million in one day. You're not gonna make it's like Table 51. Did you see the TikTok with Table 51? He was talking about he was doing a pep talk. He's like, nobody got great in one day. It was absolutely I saved that
in the kitchen.
Yeah, in the kitchen, whatever.
Yeah,
But
so he's right. Right. Enjoy the journey, and at the end of the day, once you get where you have to your destination, what's it all for, right? Enjoy the journey, and we constantly remind ourselves about that because you know what, like, there's times, man, it's hard. It's hard. There's times that we feel like, holy fuck, what's going on, you know? And we would just continuously remind ourselves. And back to your question, we're four. So if there's a day where three of us aren't feeling it. If there's a day that one of us isn't feeling it, well, three of us are going to push each other. If there's a day that two of us aren't, two of us are going to push each other. So we just keep pushing each other, and we understand what the end goal is. So we all look at each other like an Ocean's 11 mission. We know that we need to get, we need to build a brand that men deserve. Yeah. End point. Like that's
so to you guys, it's a mission. It's like it's for yourselves as well. That's what a lot of people have to understand. It's you guys are those people that are like, I want good quality stuff. Like this is like I'm fulfilling my dream that I've been waiting years for somebody to talk about.
Exactly, and it feels amazing that there's other men like us that are feeling the exact same thing.
Yeah, Berto says Rob is here too. He said toute la gang in here.
See, we're a unit.
Yeah,
we're a unit.
Exactly.
We're a unit.
Fantastic, guys. I'm really excited to see what you guys have in store. Like I said, guys, they have the new soap, the ManMade soap. They have the ManMade T-shirt. Do you sell the caps?
So we don't sell the caps. When we started our brand, all our products were plain and they were underwear. So we couldn't always be in our underwear, even though you've probably seen me in my underwear a couple of times on social media or anywhere else on the internet. Yeah. But we knew that we were going to be in front of a camera, so we wanted to have something to portray our logo, which is the man on a solid foundation, and that's what that's what this logo is about, right? It's a man on a solid foundation, and that's so that's it.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for coming, Anthony, Berto, everybody that's there. Hopefully we guys could meet. We could meet one day. It would be awesome.
Yeah, you're always welcome here. We have an espresso machine, and we have coffee sponsored by Cafe Chimo. Nice. They keep us caffeinated. So definitely come by, come have a coffee, come shoot the shit with us. We're always have a door open.
I would love to see the in the making, like the what you guys got going in there. It would be awesome.
100%. So the T-shirt and the soap, just to be clear, everyone, it's coming out in the summer. We don't have that yet. We have the underwear and the socks. That's live. We have an essential bundle, great value, amazing value. If anybody on this golfs or just wants to try something different than when they're used to, like the ankle sock. We're not in the 90s anymore, guys. Throwing the sock with your shorts isn't cute. But I understand why you haven't yet. There's a lot of socks out there that are just a pain in the ass. We guarantee it, right? We have a fit and comfort guarantee on 100% of our products. So if you don't like something, we'll refund you or exchange it. No questions asked. But give it a try. We have a good bundle: 2 pairs of boxer briefs, 2 pairs of low cuts for $63, and it's shipped to your door. If you're in Montreal, you'll get it in a day or two. That's.
Do you ship world like internationally?
Yes.
Worldwide, you ship.
Yeah, TikTok opened that door, and TikTok opened the door that a lot of people internationally. We're trying to when it comes to Europe or outside of, let's say, the US, it's a little tricky because it's a little expensive to ship, but we still fulfill it. But with not a lot of our sales, I would say 3% of our sales are coming from international, even maybe less. And the US, we have 6 or 7% that come out of there. But the big chunk of our community and our marketing efforts and everything we do is for our home country, which is the beautiful Canada.
But so there's a lot of opportunity in the States then, for sure.
Of course. Yeah, of course. We want to build it from Canada for sure, but the US is definitely a market that we definitely want to enter for sure.
Awesome. Like I said, guys, thank you very much for coming. You guys have been awesome. Guys, that was our episode for today. Next week, guys, we have Serena Haggerty. She's a singer with Rise Up TV, so it's going to be awesome when she comes. and plenty other guests in April, guys. We just confirmed Josh Coates. He's like a viral internet dancing guy. Like, he just dances to songs and everything. He's chill, you know, so I can't wait to have him. Guys, me and Anthony are signing out from manmadeofficial.com, guys. Take care. Ciao.
Thank you.
Ciao.